Hi there, thanks for joining me. Today we're just going to do the quick part of applique. My last video showed it in detail, putting on the backing, the Applique Stabilizer. I forget what it's called right off the top of my head, of course. Heat and Bond light. So you put the heat and bond light on the back, and that gives this plastic that's really just glue. It stabilizes the material, as well as whenever you iron it onto the material, it gives it a little bit more glue. It's not 100% permanent for the rest of its life, and you do have to sew it down. You can't put this on, you can't iron it on and not sew it. So okay, so this was my original applique video, and it has over 100,000 views, so I thought I would update it. And so I did an in-depth update using this fabric, and it shows how to do everything. And in this one that we're doing today, we're just going to jump right in. Okay, so we're going to pin or tape. If you've seen my tape hack video, go ahead and use the double-sided sticky tape, the window cling stuff, not the stuff from the store. Okay, but you know, for the benefit of everybody, we're going to go ahead and just use pins. We're going to pin only at the bottom. It's kind of hard for me to do this stuff on camera because I'm trying to do everything a little bit sideways. Okay. And we're only pinning at the top and the bottom because the hoop or the machine won't have it go this high. When it does, I gotta pull this over just a little bit. When it does its run, it's gonna run right in the middle in a 4x4 square. So even though this is more like a 4x5 hoop, it stops here. So you have room up here to put tape or your pins, and same with down here, but not on the sides, and definitely do not use the tape on the sides. Okay, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it onto the machine. Okay, we're going to gently rock this on here. Make sure that we have, looks like it's a little off for me. There we go. And we'll put our presser foot down. What we're going to do first, actually let's leave that up because it's going to move to its starting position. We're going to go in here into the shapes, and we're going to, you can choose any of these that you want. I'm going to do a heart because my Cricut keeps trying to turn off the Cricut iron thing. Okay, so we're going to go in here to there, and we're going to choose a stitch. And number 10 is our just regular running stitch. It's going to give us our die line. That's going to be our first stitch. We're not going to put anything down. This is just going to show us where to put things down, okay? Okay, now we're going to place our fabric. We're not going to change anything on the screen of the machine. We're going to place our fabric, and if it's directional, make sure that you place it directional. And this is going to tell us where we can put our fabric so that we can do the least amount of waste as possible. So I have a little bit over on this side and a little bit down because I can see that it's only going to go up to that side. So I'm going to go ahead and press start. And this is also called floating, but we don't need to pin it down. It's strong enough to stay on its own. But you know, I like to kind of just keep my hand on it to guide it. Kind of keep it pulled taut, but it's very gentle. I'm barely touching it. Okay, so this is what we call our tack down stitch. okay? In applique, there's 3 parts. There's your die line, which shows you where to put it, and then your tack down, which you know, once you put your material down, it'll tack it down, and then we're going to cut the excess off, and then we're going to do our final stitch, which will be a satin stitch, okay? And I'm going to do this cutting off of camera so that you don't have to wait through it. Okay, so now that I've cut it, I did a little bit better job than last time, but still over here you can see how there's a lot sticking out on the side. So I'm not sure if that's going to show through, but you know, just be a better cutter than me. That's all I can really say. Oh my gosh. Get applique scissors. I advocate for those wildly, even though I don't have them. I just don't think about them whenever I'm not trying to do applique, unfortunately. Okay, so now, oh, let's get back up here. Okay, so it's done giving us our die line and our tack down. We're going to choose OK. Now we're going to get out of here, choose OK, and now we're going to go to stitch number 2. This is our satin stitch, okay? And whenever we do a satin stitch, especially on something with pile or something like that, I like to use a Sulky Solvy dissolving film, and Pellon makes their version as well, and I think that's what I have right here. And you can get that at Joann's. Okay, so let's go ahead and have it start. We didn't adjust anything. Oops. Oh, my thread came out. Oh, that'll give me a chance to kind of talk to you anyways. We didn't adjust anything, like change the sizes, so we didn't have to worry about whether it was going to be the same size when we went to it. We just went to the same pattern with a different stitch in the same size, and it kept the ratio, so that was nice. My automatic threader died like a week after I bought it. That's unfortunate. I don't know why in this stitch this keeps happening, but this happened in my last video as well, when I was trying to do the beginning part here. Okay, so it's all done. We can add something in the middle at this point, or we can just be done. I'm gonna just be done for the sake of the, you know, quickness of the video, but this is the stage where you would. At this point, even though this is water soluble, we can just pull it off. Just peel it off, and what that does is it kind of helps this from getting buried in the back, and it will go away once you wash it, but it's still, I mean, look at that satin stitch from years ago. Years ago, many washes, even through bleach. It's gorgeous. And I think I just used the Gooder, I don't know how to say it right, but the Gutermann stuff from Joann's. And then I also have some from Embroidery. My niece bought me some from Embroidery that were beautiful. But this is our project for today. And it's done, and it's super simple and easy, and I wish it would focus. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take out the pins. And then we're going to turn it over. We're going to grab it all with one hand. And I like to use my embroidery scissors to do this part because they're so small, but you can use whatever you want. They just stab in there really easy and cut really close. So this isn't going to be a very good visual because the way I have to hold it, but oh my gosh, you guys, did I tell you that we're working on plans for a she shed so that I can actually have a studio? Then you guys can actually see my face. I'll actually have enough room to be far enough away from the camera that you know, I can record stuff and I can do live streams and stuff like that. I'm super excited. Okay, so there's the back of it. You'll need to trim those, but it looks gorgeous. This is just a cutaway stabilizer from Pellon. And now we need to iron this for 6 seconds to get it done. So I'm going to do that over here, and then I'm going to be right back to show you really quick. Okay, I'm doing it on the Cricut Easy Press, but you can use your regular iron. You don't have to use what I'm using. I just really love this thing. Okay. Okay, so it got the bottom one too, the one that I'd already done again. So you can kind of just barely see the bumpies, but when you wash it, it'll show up a little bit more. And then this, you can't see the bumpies at all, even though it is ironed on there. But again, when it goes through the washer and dryer, it will do more of this bumpiness. Okay, if you do it on a towel. Alrighty, so I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I had a lot of fun showing you and updating my old video and showing you that this is what we started with. And like I said, it's been through the wash many times and it's still holding up really great. And then these are our 2 new ones. Okay, see you guys. Bye.